Welcome back to the show, everybody. This is the Shankly Sessions, the Liverpool podcast we bring you as part of the upper tier on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button and drop a like on the video. This is match reaction. Liverpool 1, McAllister with the goal, Real Madrid 0. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments, of course, folks, but it was a phenomenal performance last night. As good a performance as you will see against a Real Madrid side who were on a tear, who had only lost one game this season against Atletico, which was kind of an anomaly, who had a 100% record in the Champions League and tearing it up in La Liga as well. So that was a phenomenal performance. To a man last night, every single player showed up, was up for it, similar to the Villa game, and we knew we would build on it and stuff like that. And the most satisfying thing last night as well was to see people getting sat down and stuff like that with their comments on the vitriol over the last 4 or 5 weeks. And yes, you're well and within your rights to criticise the team on performances and stuff like that and all. But to be calling for Slot out, to be calling for Van Dijk is finished, to be calling for Salah's finished and stuff like that. So poor in certain elements of the fan base, stuff like that. And I gave out the receipts last night on X to those people, because I don't forget who comes out and says that. And I did say at the time, this was a massive week coming up for Arne Slot. This was potentially a career defining week and a really tough week. 2/3 of it now is in the bag, and we will move on to the Etihad. There will be a preview on Friday against Man City. And hopefully, if we can shut Haaland down, we might be able to top off this week as a sensational week. But what a performance last night. Building on the Aston Villa performance. Conor Bradley last night, unbelievable. Van Dijk, unbelievable. Robertson turning back the clock. Gravenberch covering every blade of grass. McAllister back to his absolute prime and best. You've seen it in the Villa game, smashing the chest off himself, so up for it and stuff like that. Dominic Szoboszlai covering every inch of turf, and not to mention a man who's been getting so much vitriol, Florian Wirtz. Welcome to the stage, my friend. Florian Wirtz, what a way Slot set it up. And we did say beforehand we were a little bit concerned sitting Gakpo down, who has been decent and stuff like that, putting Florian Wirtz in there against a player like Valverde and stuff like that. Well, what a response that he gave us. That is the Florian Wirtz that we bought, and now people know what's what. Fabulous performance. To see him move right across that front line, to drop back in, to be tenacious, to be tackling, to winning balls back and all. A lot of questions over his physicality. Would it work in the Premier League with what we've seen so far and all? But wow, did he put on a performance last night. Ekitike, the technical ability of that man to draw the fouls and stuff like that when needed. One of which led to a cracking goal. What a ball in from Dom, and what a header from McAllister. Absolutely phenomenal. But a brilliant performance all round. 1-0 in fairness. Flattered Real Madrid, to be honest. It could have been 3 or 4. Courtois again, we were thinking on the watch along, if you watch it, he was back, like unbelievable Courtois. We know his quality, and we were thinking, God, is this going to be Paris again now? Are we going to have all the opportunities, don't take them, and then get hit with a dagger right at the death, come out of it with nothing after putting in such a shift? But no, we seen the game out in a professional manner. The way we switched back into formation when we didn't have the ball, shades of last season. I spoke about it, how in control of games we were, even out of possession and stuff like that. It was just phenomenal to see it. And Mbappe getting sit down, Conor Bradley sitting Vinny Jr. down. Incredible, absolutely incredible. So good to see it. And even the way they switched, where we had Salah in a little bit narrower as well, so he wasn't always hugging the byline. He was able to switch in on the left, and within seconds he was inside the 18-yard box and stuff, you know. Really phenomenal to see that little tweak. Wirtz operating right across the front line, just sitting a little bit deeper, pulling the strings. The link-up play with Gravenberch, the link-up play with Ekitike was sublime. And really, the scoreline doesn't really tell the tale of how impressive this performance was on the back of the Villa performance. And again, it's been a tough 5 or 6 weeks, there's no doubt about it. Criticism, absolutely. The reactory though on the vitriol has been insane, and there's a lot of people should be coming out today, including content creators, absolutely talking a lot more about the nonsense they were coming out 2 weeks ago. But we will move on to Man City. And that's another huge game as well. And if we could get a win there going into the international break, that would absolutely be massive. And you could see it last night, even the reaction on the watch-alongs, even the reaction from Arsenal fans doing watch-alongs and stuff like that. They know if Liverpool comes back, we are going to be a threat. There's no doubt about it. They're definitely concerned about ourselves and City. They are going to go play Sunderland at the weekend. Who knows what way that's going to go. Injuries there now as well. We've got Man City, so they'd want to draw out of that, I would imagine. Both of us dropping points. But if one of us gets a win, and if Arsenal even slip up marginally against Sunderland, we will be there to take advantage. But yeah, Champions League, back up as well into that top level and that league in the Champions League, which is where we belong as well. But we could round out what could be a fabulous week. A week that a lot of people thought would be a career-defining week for Arne Slot. Boy, has he answered people. To see Trent getting sat down. You hear people online moaning about the reception Trent and all got. At what point did it become fashionable to clap opponents? Someone explain that to me. At what point did it become fashionable to clap your opponent? I don't get it. Insane, and an insane take. And Virgil summed it up perfectly as he sat Rooney down and a number of people down last night in that post-match interview. And he turned around, I think it was Theo Walcott, asked him, had you spoken to Trent? And he simply said no. In other words, why would I be speaking to Trent? He's gone. He left. That's what we want to hear from our captain. Phenomenal performance all round. Roll on Sunday. Can we finish out what could become a historic week in terms of where we were? Until next time, folks, subscribe, hit the bell notification button, drop a like on the video. This has been a quick match reaction to Real Madrid. Join us tonight for Pro Wrestling Weekly. We'll be on your screens at 8 o'clock. Sure to be a fun show with the panel. Tomorrow night I should be back with Thursday Tier Talk. And then Friday we might even cover Bray versus Waterford. Let's see what happens there. The content coming at you now thick and fast. Make sure you're supporting the channel. A big thank you to everyone on the watch along last night. It was a lot of fun and it was a phenomenal match. And long may it continue. Cheers, folks.